Quick question. You're in an elevator with a total stranger. 10 floors. Total silence. What do you say?
Or you're stuck in a doctor's office waiting room, and the person next to you just looks at you.
If you froze up just imagining that, stick around. By the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly what to say in 11 different real life situations, the exact phrases native speakers actually use, and honestly, once you know them, small talk stops being scary and starts being kind of fun.
Especially if you live in the US, where strangers talk to each other constantly. Lines, elevators, dog parks, you name it. Let's get into it. Hey everyone. Welcome back to English in Other Words. I'm Emma.
And I'm Dylan. Same as always, just relax and listen to this conversation naturally. Don't worry about catching every single word.
Then, in the next episode, we'll break down every expression from this one by one.
Today's topic, like we just said, is small talk with strangers. Specifically, in a bunch of different everyday situations you'll actually run into.
This is such a useful one, honestly. Let's get into it.
So, I feel like small talk with strangers is one of those things that's especially common in the US. Like, people will just talk to you in line at the grocery store.
Oh, completely. Coming from other places, I know that catches a lot of people off guard. It feels like everyone's very chatty with people they don't even know.
Right. And if you're not used to it, it can feel really overwhelming. Like you don't know what you're supposed to say back.
Exactly. So I think it'd be fun to go through a bunch of different situations where this comes up and just show what that actually sounds like.
I love that idea. Before we jump in, though, why do you think it's so common here specifically? Like, what's actually behind it?
Honestly, I think a big part of it is just cultural. There's this general expectation in the US that friendliness with strangers is polite, almost like a social norm you're just expected to follow.
Right. And I think it's tied to service culture too. Like cashiers, baristas, servers. They're often expected to be warm and chatty as part of the job itself.
Definitely. And I think because of that, it kind of trains everyone else to expect that same energy in other situations too, even outside of actual service settings.
That makes sense. I've also heard that it's partly about space, honestly. The US is huge, and a lot of places are more spread out. So, brief, friendly interactions with strangers become one of the main ways people connect throughout the day.
Oh, that's an interesting way to think about it. Whereas somewhere with a big public transit culture, or where people know their neighbors more closely for years, maybe there's less of that need.
Right, exactly. And honestly, I think for a lot of newcomers, the tricky part isn't understanding that it happens, it's knowing exactly what to say back without overthinking it.
Completely agree. That's honestly the whole point of what we're about to do. Showing you the actual, natural phrases so you're not caught off guard next time.
I love that idea. Should we just act them out? Like, take turns being the stranger?
Yes, let's do that. Okay, first one. Waiting in line at a coffee shop. I'll be the stranger.
Okay, go for it.
This line is taking forever, huh?
Tell me about it. I think they're short staffed today or something.
Ugh, that would explain it. Well, hopefully the coffee's worth the wait.
Haha, it better be at this point.
See, that's basically the whole formula right there. Someone makes a small observation, you agree, and add a tiny bit more, and that's it. You don't need some deep conversation.
Right, exactly. The goal isn't to become best friends, it's just to make a small connection and keep it light.
Exactly. Okay, want to try the next one? Elevator, since we opened with that.
Ha, yes. Let's do the elevator one. Okay, I'll be the stranger this time.
Go for it.
Long day, huh?
You have no idea. Ready for the weekend, honestly.
Same here. What floor are you headed to?
7, thanks.
And that's usually where it ends, right? Elevator small talk is short by nature, since you're only together for like 30 seconds.
Exactly. So you don't even need much. A comment about the day, maybe a quick question, and then it's basically over once someone gets off.
Right. It's honestly one of the easiest ones, once you know that's all that's expected of you.
Definitely. Okay, next one. Waiting at a bus stop or on the train. This one can go a little longer since you might be stuck together for a while.
Okay, I'll start this one. I'll be the stranger.
Go for it.
Is this train always this late? Or is it just today?
Honestly, it's always a little late, but today feels worse than usual.
Great. Exactly what I needed this morning.
Huh, right? At least it's not raining, though. Small mercies.
True. That would make this so much worse.
See, that's a great example of using the weather as a safe bet. It's honestly one of the most reliable topics anywhere, but especially somewhere like public transit.
Totally. Weather's like the universal fallback. Nobody's going to be offended talking about whether it's cold or not.
Exactly. Okay, next one. This is a fun one. Dog park.
Oh, I love this one. Honestly, dogs make small talk so much easier.
Right? The dog basically does the ice breaking for you. Okay, I'll be the stranger this time.
Go for it.
Oh my gosh. How old is he?
About two now. He's still got a lot of puppy energy left in him, honestly.
Huh, I can tell. Mine's the same way. She never stops.
They'd probably get along great, honestly.
Definitely. We should let them play.
This one's honestly the easiest of all of them because you've already got a built in topic. You don't even need to strike up a conversation on your own, the dogs just do it.
Exactly. Dogs are basically professional icebreakers. Okay, let's do one that's a little trickier. A waiting room. Like at the doctor's office.
Oh, this one's a good one because it can get awkward fast if nobody says anything.
Exactly. There's a real risk of an awkward silence in a waiting room. Okay, I'll start. I'll be the stranger.
Go for it.
Have you been waiting long?
About 20 minutes so far. Feels like forever in these chairs, honestly.
Huh, right? These chairs are definitely not built for comfort.
Not even a little. Hopefully, it moves faster from here.
Fingers crossed. At least there's decent magazines, I guess.
Haha, that's a good save, actually. Bringing up the magazines to fill the silence a bit more.
Right. In situations like that, if there's any kind of prop or shared detail in the room, that's usually your easiest way in. The chairs, the magazines, the wait time itself.
Exactly. You're basically just commenting on the shared experience you're both having in that moment.
Exactly. Okay, next one. At the gym. This one's interesting because people are usually more focused, so it's a little different.
True. Jim's small talk tends to be shorter and more functional, honestly.
Right. Okay, I'll be the stranger. Let's say we're both waiting for the same machine.
Go for it.
Sorry, are you almost done with this one?
Yeah, just finishing up. One more set.
No worries. Take your time.
Thanks. All yours. In a second. See, that one's really short and purely functional. You're not really making friends, you're just being polite and clear about sharing equipment.
Exactly. And that's honestly totally fine. Not every interaction needs to turn into a whole conversation.
Right. Sometimes it really is just a quick, polite exchange, and that's a complete success on its own.
Definitely. Okay, next one. Grocery store checkout line. This one usually involves the cashier too, not just other customers.
Oh, that's true. This one has kind of two layers to it. Okay, I'll be the stranger in line, and you can be the cashier for a second.
Perfect. Let's do it.
This is quite a haul today, huh?
Huh, looks like a big cooking week ahead.
Something like that, yeah. Trying to actually meal prep for once.
Good for you, honestly. That takes discipline.
See, that one's nice because the cashier's basically a built in conversation partner every single time you're there. Doesn't take much effort at all.
Exactly. And it's such a natural, repeatable interaction, since you're doing it constantly anyway.
Right. Okay, last one. And this is a bit different. Running into a neighbor you kind of know, but not super well. Like you recognize them, but you've maybe talked twice.
Actually, wait, one more before that, the laundromat. This one's a good one because you're often just standing around waiting with nothing else to do.
Oh, that's a great one. Honestly, there's a lot of dead time involved. So people tend to fill it with conversation.
Exactly. Okay, I'll be the stranger this time, folding clothes at the next table.
Go for it.
These machines take forever, don't they?
Tell me about it. I feel like I've been here for an hour already.
Same, honestly. At least it gives you an excuse to just sit and do nothing for a bit.
Huh. That's actually a nice way to look at it. Forced relaxation, I guess.
Exactly. Silver lining.
That one's nice because it's another example of using the shared boring situation as the topic itself. The wait, the machines, all of it.
Right, and it's honestly a really approachable one, since almost everyone doing laundry there is equally bored and open to a bit of small talk to pass the time.
Exactly. Laundromats are honestly one of the more relaxed places to make small talk, since nobody's really in a rush.
Wait, before we get to that one, we should do the taxi or rideshare scenario too, since that's such a common one, especially with how much people use rideshare apps now.
Oh, good call. That's definitely its own thing. Okay, I'll be the driver this time.
Perfect. Go for it.
So, you headed home? Or out for the night?
Just headed home, actually. Long day.
I hear that. Traffic's been rough all evening, by the way, so it might take a few extra minutes.
No worries at all. I'm in no rush tonight.
Good, good. You from around here originally? Or did you move here?
Moved here a few years ago, actually. Still getting used to the traffic, honestly.
Ha! You and everyone else. It never really gets better. You just get used to it.
That one's interesting because the driver's actually asking a bit more than usual. Some drivers just want quiet, but a lot of them like to chit chat the whole ride, especially on longer trips.
Right, and honestly, you can kind of tell within the first minute which kind of ride it's going to be. If they keep asking questions, they're probably up for shooting the breeze the whole way.
Exactly. Shoot the breeze is such a good one for this, since it basically means chatting about nothing important, just casual conversation to pass the time.
Right, exactly. Okay, one more before the neighbor one. Being seated next to a stranger on a plane. This is a classic.
Oh, this is such a big one, honestly, because you're stuck together for potentially hours.
Exactly. So the stakes feel a little higher, in a weird way. Okay, I'll be the stranger this time, sitting down next to you.
Go for it.
Looks like we're neighbors for the next few hours.
Ha, looks like it. Hopefully, it's a smooth flight.
Fingers crossed. Are you headed home or traveling for something specific?
Just visiting family, actually. You?
Work trip, unfortunately. Wish it were something more fun.
Huh, that's the worst kind of travel. Honestly, all the hassle without the fun part.
Exactly. Well, I'll let you get settled. Enjoy the flight.
And that's honestly a perfect example of making small talk that has a natural exit built in. You chat a little at the start, and then it's totally normal to just put in headphones or grab a book after that.
Right. That's actually one of the trickiest parts about the plane scenario for a lot of learners, figuring out how to politely end it once you've made that initial connection.
Exactly. And the good news is, saying something like, well, I'll let you get settled, or I'll let you get some rest, is a totally normal, polite way to wrap it up.
That's really helpful, actually, because I think people worry it'll seem rude to stop talking.
Not at all, as long as you're polite about it. It's actually expected, honestly, especially on longer flights.
Good to know. Okay, now let's do the neighbor one. Running into a neighbor you kind of know, but not super well.
Oh, that's a good one. Because it's a little more personal than a total stranger, but still not close enough to have a deep conversation.
Exactly. Okay, I'll be the neighbor this time.
Go for it.
Hey, long time no see. How've you been?
Good, good. Just been busy with work mostly. You?
Same, honestly. Been meaning to actually introduce myself properly at some point.
Ha, we really should. I'm Emma, by the way.
Dylan, nice to officially meet you.
See, that's a nice example of long time no see. You use that specifically when you haven't seen someone in a while, even if you don't know them super well.
Exactly. Okay, so we went through, what, 11 different situations there?
I think so, yeah. Coffee shop, elevator, bus stop, dog park, waiting room, gym, grocery checkout, laundromat, rideshare, the plane, and the neighbor one.
That's honestly a really solid range. I feel like once you notice the pattern, it becomes way less intimidating.
Completely agree. It's really just make a small observation, keep it light, and don't feel like you need to keep the conversation going any longer than the situation calls for.
Right. And honestly, sometimes there'll be an awkward silence anyway, and that's okay too. Not every interaction needs to be smooth.
Exactly. Even native speakers end up at a loss for words sometimes. It happens to everyone.
True. I think the other thing worth mentioning is just reading the room a little. Like, if someone seems like they're in a rush or clearly not up for chatting, it's fine to just leave it at a smile or a quick comment.
Definitely. You don't want to put someone on the spot if they're clearly not in the mood. It's all about reading the situation.
Exactly. And I think a lot of learners worry about coming across as awkward. But honestly, most native speakers aren't judging your grammar in these moments at all. They're just going along with the conversation.
Completely agree. Nobody's grading you on this. The goal is just connection, not perfection.
Exactly. I also think it helps to remember that most of these interactions are genuinely forgettable for the other person, too. They're not going to remember your grammar mistakes. Honestly, they're barely going to remember the conversation at all a few hours later.
That's such a good point, actually. It takes a lot of the pressure off once you realize that.
Right. The stakes are honestly way lower than they feel in the moment. Worst case, it's a slightly awkward 30 seconds, and then it's over and forgotten.
Exactly. And best case, you actually make someone's day a little better just by being friendly for a moment.
True. Oh, one more thing that's honestly worth mentioning. What do you do if someone just doesn't respond or clearly isn't interested? I feel like that happens sometimes too.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, the best thing to do is just let it go. Not everyone wants to chat, and that's completely fine.
Right, it's not personal at all, most of the time. Someone might just be having a rough day, or they're just naturally quieter, or in a rush.
Exactly. And I think a lot of learners take that kind of rejection really personally. when honestly, it says way more about the other person's mood than anything about you.
Completely agree. I think the healthiest way to look at it is just you made an effort, it didn't land this time, and that's totally okay. Move on to the next moment.
Right. And honestly, most of the time, people do respond, at least a little. It's much rarer to get a full cold shoulder than you'd expect.
That's true, actually. I think the fear of rejection is usually way bigger than the actual risk of it happening.
Exactly. So don't let one quiet stranger stop you from trying again with the next one.
That's honestly a nice way to think about it. Small talk isn't really about the words, it's about the small human connection.
Completely agree. All right. Well, I think that covers a really solid range of situations.
Definitely. Hopefully, next time you're stuck in an elevator or waiting in line somewhere, this makes it feel a little less scary.
For sure. All right. This was fun, honestly. We should do more of these little scenario episodes.
Definitely. There are probably a dozen more situations we didn't even get to. Maybe a part two down the road.
I'd love that, actually. There's still so much ground to cover: waiting rooms at the DMV, standing in line at a theme park, all kinds of stuff.
Ha, true. We could probably do this format forever, honestly.
Okay, I think that's a wrap on this one. Nice chatting with you, as always.
Ha, right back at you. Have a good one.
You too. Take care. All right, that's it for this episode of English in Other Words.
If a bunch of those expressions went by quickly, don't worry. That's exactly what the next episode is for.
We're going to break down every single phrase from all 11 situations.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
Hope to see you next episode. Bye!
Bye, everyone.